jump over here. This is part 2. Had to take a quick break there. Had both of my kids needed my help. So last question that I was answering was talking about not being able to throw BP as a coach. And what are the other options? So again, we try to do a little bit of everything. I think you want to challenge the hitters to see as many different types of things as possible. So, we'll have right-handed coaches throw, left-handed coaches throw if we have any. We'll do machine work coming out as a right-hander on an angle as right-hander, angle left-hander, right-hand breaking ball, left-hander breaking ball. We'll do short overhand toss. We will do some underhand toss. We'll do tee work. We'll do angle toss, which is basically just toss. You take like your typical front toss, and we'll just shift the angle so we can go away from the hitter, we can go into the hitter. And we just try to change that up all the time because, the game is about making adjustments. It's about seeing all different types of pitchers that throw, over the top, 3/4, sidearm, righties, lefties, tall, short, fast, slow, all different things. So, you don't want to train the same way all the time. If you always have the same right-handed pitcher throwing the same 46 mile an hour BP, throwing strikes down the middle every time, that's not working on a whole lot of stuff. Just like you don't want to have the machine set to the same speed, use the same machine from the same distance every time. So trying to have as many variables as possible, just changing things up. All right, let's see those questions I just got. Do you encourage kids to hit from a tee? So we start a lot of our practices off with a tee work and front flips. Those are the kind of the 2 ways that we get our players started with the day. I like the tee for a couple of reasons. 1, you can do it by yourself. 2, you can really focus on you take away the timing aspect of it. So you can really, it's a good way to be able to work on your swing, what your body's doing, concentrate on what your body's doing. The difficulty is very low. I don't suggest doing a bunch of tee. Like tee is a small part of the equation. So yes, we do tee work, and I'd say we do it pretty much every day. And we typically begin our days on the tee, and we, and if you're going to do that, we like to have our players move the tee around so they're not just hitting the same pitch every time. But yeah, it is part of our program. What isn't a balk? Yeah, I can try to do some balk videos for you. Oh, thank you, Craig. I appreciate that. What do I think of Olivia Pichardo? I don't know if that's how you say her last name, but I did see that Brown had, I believe, the first ever female Division I baseball player. I think that's, I've been busy, I've been away. But that's, I'll say that is pretty cool. And we do actually have a female player in our Antonelli baseball program. So actually this year, she's our first player. I think we've had 3 girls try out for our teams over the last however many years. And Julia made it this year. So she's a really, really good 12-year-old player. And I think it's great. There's a lot of girls that want to play baseball. And hey, if they're good enough to play, they should play. Hi, Chet. What's going on? What's your take on a 14-year-old taking up on becoming a switch hitter? Too late? No, I don't think it's too late. I've seen players switch hit even later than 14. So, it's switch hitting is going to take a lot of work. It's hard to be a good hitter from one side of the plate, never mind from 2 sides of the plate. So if you want to be a switch hitter, you're going to have a good work ethic because you've really got to get in basically double the swings. But if you feel like you're going to put the work in, then go for it. For most players, there is an advantage of hitting against the opposite hand. So righties typically hit better against lefty pitchers, and lefties typically hit better against righty pitchers. Isn't always the case, but it usually is. Can I explain why Cody Bellinger cannot hit anymore? To a lesser extent, Joey Gallo. They are both Gold Glove outfielders. So I haven't studied either one of their swings a lot. And I don't watch either one play a lot. I watch them play when I'm going, I'm flipping through the TV, and if their team's playing, I'll watch the game. With Bellinger, um, I feel like Bellinger, and this is totally, again, I have not studied this. I'd have to really look into it, but I do feel like Bellinger always kind of looks rushed, like he's not ready to hit into a good hitting position early. There's like a lot of late movement going on, and just looks like he's rushing to get ready to hit. Again, that is just me sitting on my sofa, randomly watching games, not going back and looking at the great season that he had, and not doing side by side comparisons. If I was, if I were him or if I was his coach, I would be going through, and I'm sure they would. I'm assuming they had to be doing this. I'd be going through all the old videos of him when he was really, really going well, and seeing what he's doing and comparing him to what he's been doing over the last, year, 2 years when he's been struggling. And there's got to be big differences there. So, you know, I'm personally not going to do that because I don't work with the Dodgers, well, he's no longer a Dodger, I guess. But if I were his coach, or if I were him, I would definitely be doing that. I went through 2008 was my first time in my life where I really struggled, and trying to figure out how to get back to playing well. Now, the video that I had, we really didn't have much video in 2007, so I didn't have a whole lot of video to even look at to compare. I'll also say that when you don't look at video a lot, sometimes it's tough. Like, I could look at my 2007 swing. I remember I looked at it a little bit. We had a few videos here or there. I don't even think I got side angles. I think I only had from the pitcher's point of view. But sometimes it's hard looking at your own swing, and especially if you don't look at swings a lot, it's hard to see the differences, the similarities. So now that all I do is watch swings all the time, I can look at swings and really quickly, like, you could show me a video, someone could send me a video of them hitting now and then a video of them hitting a year ago, and I can very quickly look at it and say, this is different, this is different, this is different, this is the same, and this is the same, and this is the same. And so, the reason you're struggling now is because you have to do this. I can do that pretty quickly now, but that's with 8-9 years of experience of just seeing tons of hitters and tons of video. As a player, you don't do that. At least I didn't do that. And especially if you're going back to when I played, there weren't iPads. I mean, iPads weren't out when I began playing professionally. Like, there wasn't easy ways to get video. Hell, I talk about in college, like, I don't even think I have any college film of myself. And I remember my freshman, or was it sophomore year? I think it was sophomore year. If I wanted to watch video of myself, it was still on like the old school, like, VHS tape. Yeah, injuries could have something to do with it as well, for sure. Evan, thank you so much for the super chat. How common are major league and youth league players who are stubborn and play however they want, regardless of coaching advice? Well, so I've been around youth players, obviously, a lot more than major league players. So I don't know about major league players. I know myself as a major league player, I was like extremely open in the coaching, probably too much open in the coaching, and I just listened to everybody. But I can tell you about youth players, it really depends on the player. We have some players that will listen to everything I say. I say, something, and they'll make an adjustment immediately, and they'll 100% buy in. And we have some players where I've been saying the same thing for 5 years, and they won't change anything. So it really depends on the player. For the most part, I think that our players are pretty coachable. We do a lot of stuff. I try not to just tell players like, hey, do this, right? Like, we do a lot of videoing. We do a lot of, so we use bat sensors, we use, Rapsodo. We use a lot of video. And so I try not to just say, do this because I said so. I'll show them the video and say, I'll show them video of themselves. I'll show them video of other really successful hitters. And I'll say, I call it my 4 core principles. Like if you have our online hitting course, I break down like the 4 core principles of the swing. Those are the 4 like big things that I think all really high level hitters do, both baseball and softball hitters. And so when I'm going through and coaching our hitters, I'm trying to get our hitters to, and there's more to hitting than just swing mechanics, but we're talking swing mechanics for a second. We'll talk about the core principles and I'll say like, this is what you're doing. This is what these 7, 8, 20 successful players are doing. We need to get you to do this. Then I show them how to do it. So I'm walking them through it. I'm not just saying, do this because I said so. Hey, Henry, you've been hitting the gym? That a baby. What do I think about coaches saying swing down on the ball? Okay, so when your barrel starts to turn, your barrel is going to start to work down. So what happens is your barrel starts to work down, and then it's going to start to level out, and then it's going to start to work slightly up, right? So the barrel is going to start to work down. And the feel for every hitter is different. And some hitters have a long swing, right? So maybe their rear arm leads and their barrel gets long and loopy and drags and drops and is under the ball. And so that hitter might need to feel more like they're down, they're on top of the ball, they're down more. And then you have some hitters that are super steep. They swing like this and they're like straight downhill. They never get their barrel turned. So those hitters have to think, they can't think this way because they're already doing that, right? So the feel part of it is it depends on what you're doing. Every hitter's different. But I will say that, a lot of major league hitters feel a swing down, right? They feel down. But I will say that almost all successful hitters get their barrel to then turn up into the ball. So again, and it's not my opinion. A lot of people say that to me, like, it's not my opinion that the barrel works slightly up through the ball. You can get the stats for that. You can get the metrics. That's what not every ball is hit like that, but the majority of high level hitters that are going to hit, a good pitch, the barrel's going to work slightly up through the hitting zone. So that's not my opinion. Now, not everyone feels that. Some players feel like they're swinging up. Some players feel like they're swinging down. Some players feel like they're swinging level. So hopefully that makes sense to you. How do you tell? Hey, Chet, thank you so much for the super chat. How do you tell a kid and parent who think they're a Division I player and they clearly aren't? Okay, that's a fantastic question. And this is a very real question. I think the hardest thing, let me take that back for a second. Okay, let me say this. Every player is different. Some players are really good and they don't think they're that good. Some players are really good and they think they're good. Some players are really good and they think they're okay. Some players are really bad and they think they're awesome. Some players are really bad and they think they stink. Some players are really bad and you have all these players and not everybody, right? Like sometimes you'd be like, oh, everybody thinks they're so good. Well, that's not the case. I've seen everything. I've seen great players that think they stink. I've seen players that stink that think they're great, and everything in between. Most players want to try to play Division I. A lot of players, it's hard to play Division I. I think most players, I don't want to say most players. I think there's a lot of players that do probably think they can play at a higher level than they're able to because they don't realize how difficult it is to play at the Division I level. It is a small percentage of players. And there's no tougher time, I don't think, and I've been doing this now for 10 years with recruiting, that I think this is the hardest time ever to play Division I baseball. So with all that being said, I try to be as honest and transparent as I can with players and their families. I try to do no BSing. Unfortunately, a lot of people do BS. A lot of coaches, a lot of recruiting advisors, a lot of people will BS players and their families and tell them that they can, you can play at that D1 level. There's so many people saying that, right? I come from Massachusetts. I coach in Massachusetts, and there's very few players from Massachusetts that go on and play D1 baseball. Yet, like, if you took a poll, I feel like, 80% of travel ball players, or 80% of players playing like travel ball in high school think they're going on to play D1 baseball. It's like absurd. So I do think there's a lot of players that are misinformed, and a lot of that is people telling them that they're really, really good, and some of it is people just not understanding the process and how it works. But anyways, to get back to your question, which I think is, how do you tell them? I just am honest with our players as much as possible, and I just say, I'm telling you this because I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to save you time and energy and money, and like, you play for us to get my advice, and I'm not always 100% right, but I'd say I've been more right than wrong with most of my evaluations, because that's all I do as I see players play, and I've helped over 100 players move on to play college baseball. And I've played against tons of players that play college baseball. I talk to college coaches all the time. And so, like, I've got a really good idea of how it's, where I can see players play and pretty quickly be able to get a good idea where they're going to play. Anyways, so I just tell them what I think, and I'm honest with them, and I don't try to BS anyone. And, if I think you can play at Division I level, I tell you I think that you can play at that level, and what schools you can play at, because there's all different levels when it comes to D1. There's, the SEC and the ACC is different than playing, in the Patriot League. All right, I've coached in both of them. So there's a difference. So I give my honest opinion, and some people appreciate that, and some people don't. And I just say, my job, honestly, is not to just make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, but my job is to try to help you, and I'm giving you this advice and this evaluation, because this is what I believe. I'm not going to lie to you. So that's what I do. And some people will say, screw you, Matt. I don't like your advice. I'm going to play for someone else. And I say, okay, cool. But a lot of people say, thank you for that advice, and they use it. Okay. What are my thoughts on an 8-year-old hitting a trainer stick? Is a trainer, I don't even know what a trainer stick is. I probably do, I just don't know the names of the stuff. How's it going with Bishop Fenwick? It's going great. I really enjoyed my first year at Fenwick, and I'm super excited for my second year coming up. Do I think Tatis used steroids? Well, he tested positive for me, I believe, correct? It's interesting the difference of viewers on these videos when baseball season versus off base. Yeah, huge difference. There's a huge difference between in season and out of season. Like, when we get to like February, March, April, May, like the views on my videos explode. And like right now, not as much, but I do baseball 24/7, 365. So that's all I really care about. Am I working to get back to the majors? I am not, Eric. I am done trying to get back to the majors. Hey, Matt, I shadowed at Fenwick Cormac, and I loved it. That's terrific, Henry. I knew you would. And Cormac is a good kid. All right, what's it like playing high altitude areas like Colorado? So the ball definitely does go further in Colorado, but the field is really big. Colorado is a nice place to play because you have this huge field, the ball flies, but you have this big field too, so a lot of area for the ball to drop in for hits. So it's interesting. I didn't notice this when playing in Colorado against the Rockies, but I did notice it playing in AAA at Colorado Springs. Is it Colorado Springs, and I don't know the difference in altitude, but in Colorado Springs, when I would run, I would get a burning feeling in my chest, and I felt tired. When I played it in Colorado against the Rockies, I didn't notice that. So. Hey, thanks, Paul. I appreciate that. Yeah, good old VHS tapes. I used to watch Tom Amansky's videos on VHS back in the day. How do you practice in your house? Well, first of all, talk to your parents. Don't I always tell our kids, like, guys, you could be doing this like in your garage or in your bedroom or whatever. And then I'm like, but talk to your parents first, because I don't know if they want you doing that. But, like easy as like taking a tennis ball or a racquetball and just like bouncing it off the wall and fielding it, or, hitting obviously gets a little more difficult. But, in all the houses I've lived at, my son hit in the garage at our old house, and at our house now, he's hit in the basement, he can hit in the garage. And I grew up, hitting in my garage, and I literally remember using a traffic cone and putting up a mattress or like hanging a bed sheet, so just getting creative. Oh, that's pretty cool. He built the Yankee Stadium, the new Yankee Stadium. Why is it that when I swing easier, I don't drop my bat head, but when I try to hit for more power, I do drop my bat head? So it really depends, like your intent can change your swing, right? So like, and this isn't for everybody. Like some players have to feel like they're swinging easy. Some players have to feel like they're swinging hard. You said when you try to swing hard, it feels like you're or you're dropping your barrel. So maybe you swinging hard is you using a lot of arms, and like maybe this right arm is getting forward and then your barrel drops. Maybe you're pulling off the ball, right? Because you trying to swing hard is using too much body. Maybe when you swing easier, you don't use as much arms, and maybe you're shorter and quicker and tighter. So it really just depends. Hopefully that helps you out. But everyone's feel is different. Like some players need to feel like they're swinging hard. Some players need to feel like they're not swinging as hard. Do I have a drill to help not popping up so much? It really depends on why you're popping up. Players think when they're popping up that they're automatically dropping their bat head, and that's not always the case. I hit more pop-ups in my life to second base in 2008 when I was swinging straight down through the ball. Popped it up all the time. Coaches yelled at me for swinging under the ball. And so I would try to swing down even more, and I hit more pop-ups, and then they would yell at me for being under the ball, and they say swing down more, and I hit more pop-ups. So like infield pop-ups, especially infield pop-ups. If you're hitting a lot of infield pop-ups, especially if they're going to the opposite way, so if you're hitting them to second base as a righty, you're probably swinging down through the ball too much. But I'd have to see your swing. What stadium was the hardest to play in? So I wasn't in the major leagues long enough to play in all the stadiums. So I don't know what was the hardest to play in. I'm trying to think. Probably Petco, honestly. Petco is not a great place to hit. So Petco was a difficult place to hit. The ball didn't go anywhere, especially at night. This is before they moved the fences in. So like it was just a hard place to hit. How often should I have my 6-year-old hit off a tee? He doesn't want to do any sort of practice with me, but rather wants to play a baseball game with just him and I. He's probably boring. Yeah, I think the key is to make practice not feel like practice. So, how you do that is really up to you. So my son's 8, but like when he was 6 or 7, like we would hit a lot. Not a lot, but we would hit. And I never said like, hey, let's go practice. And I didn't make it like practice. I'd make it, I'd just make stuff up, whether it's off a tee or you flipping. It depends on his skill level, like keep points. There's a bunch of different ways to do it. But if he feels like he's just practicing, like if you're making it to where it's like, okay, we're going to practice to get you ready for your game, chances are you might not like that. Some players might like that. But if you make it a game, again, by keeping points, keeping score, just getting creative, then he'll probably love it. Yeah, thanks, Chet. Last night was tough for the Patriots. I was really upset last night. I just felt like, if you guys don't know, and girls, I'm a huge Patriots fan. And last night, I won't rant, but special teams kickoff for touchdown. Can't let that happen, even though Duggar got held. You rough the punter to give them an automatic first down where they then go to score a touchdown. That's 14 points just gave away. Judon goes offsides, 3rd and 12. He tries to get a jump. He goes offsides. Next play is a first down. Just a couple boneheaded plays, 2 face masks on Jonathan Jones. Just like uncharacteristically dumb plays. So I didn't think I thought the Patriots actually outplayed the Vikings. Justin Jefferson is like a human cheat code. He's awesome.
Daddy,
yes.
when are you done with this?
A few minutes. Why? You look tired. You want to go to bed? Yeah, you want to go to sleep? Oh, that face looks like you're very awake. Now you're kind of scaring me. All right. You want to answer a question?
Yeah.
All right, you don't have to put your face that close to the, there you go, back up a little bit.
I'm gonna sit on you.
Okay. All right, Mia's gonna help us answer a couple of questions. Let's see.
Oh, I see do. And you. Do you?
Do you? Yeah. Oh, good job.
Do you like?
Yeah, but you don't know about robot umps, so. Here's a question. What type of game would I recommend to keep tee hitting fun for a 6-year-old? So if you were going to hit off a tee, how can we make that fun for you? Maybe for you, actually, I think we would probably not even hit a baseball. We'd probably hit something bigger, like maybe a balloon.
Volleyball?
Maybe a volleyball. That would be fun. So I think one thing, this is a good point.
Softball ball?
You could do a softball, yeah. You want to keep it, you want them to have a good amount of success. That's one thing I did with especially Maddie when he was younger. And if I'm hitting with Mia, you want them to do well. Because it's not fun when you swing. It's not fun when you swing and miss the ball all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if they're constantly swinging and missing or fouling the ball off, Mia's been coughing a lot today. They're not going to have fun. They're not going to want to do it. So you can use a bigger ball. I used to have both the kids, but especially Maddie, hit a balloon when he was younger. He thought that was awesome. So the more success they have, the more fun they have, and the more they want to do it. Yes, the TD. So Chet, I thought it was really tight. I thought it was so close that they were just going to say, touchdown on the field. So let's keep it a touchdown. That's another play I forgot to mention.
What's that? That one.
That's talking about Joe Judge.
Who is Joe Judge?
Joe Judge, he's Patriots coach. Used to be coach of the Giants. Matt, is Fenwick going to be turf? I'd love it to be turf. Mia, what's your favorite thing to do with me? Someone just asked you. What's your favorite thing to do with me?
Play on the iPad. You always play on the iPad.
You like playing on the iPad with me?
Yeah.
What game?
The one that I downloaded the day before yesterday.
What game was that? Huh?
The game that I downloaded.
Star Stable?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mia likes horses. That's her favorite thing is horses.
Not horses, unicorn.
Well, you like unicorns too, but you love horses. Is 15 years old too old to start playing baseball? No, I think it's harder. You're going to have to work hard. You have to work really hard. Hold on. But it's not too late. Hold on, put your arm down for 1 second. Temple Run. Yeah, Mia's never played Temple Run.
What's Temple Run?
I used to play Temple Run back in the day. You used to
Monopoly money.
Yeah, we've got our game of Monopoly going right here. So, Mia, who's winning Monopoly? No, you're not winning. I'm winning.
You are.
You know what I did, guys? I'll show you this right here. Let me grab this for you real quick. Should we show them this real fast, Mia?
Yeah.
All right, so see this right here? You guys can't see the board, but I own all 3 orange properties, and I have houses all over them. So what I did was, I bought Tennessee.
He has 8.
Yep.
8 houses for Daddy.
Back up a little bit. Maddie had St. James, and Mia had New York Avenue. And my wife was playing. It was all 4 of us playing. So I said, I need those 2 orange properties. And I said,
have 2 yellow.
You do?
I have 2 yellow.
And so I said, I need
I just need to own that one right there.
I need to get those properties from my kids because I can rip both of them off with trades, but I can't rip Laura off. She's not going to go for it. So thanks, Mark. Happy holidays to you too. So what I did was I started off with Maddie because I knew if I could get Maddie to trade me, then I could easily get Mia to trade me. So I traded
I'm
Maddie.
not trading you for another house.
Well, you learn now, right? What did you learn?
I thought that you were just going to just do the daddy way.
You learned don't trade with Daddy in Monopoly, right?
Yeah. I didn't know that you were going to buy houses then.
Well,
that's Maddie's money.
now you know.
Wait, this is Mommy's money.
So
wait, that's Mommy's.
I got Maddie to trade me. St. James or New York? One of them. I got Maddie to trade me, and I ripped him off, but I made him think that he was getting a good deal. So I offered.
Wallet.
I offered like barely anything for it, and then he was like, "No, I'm not going to do that." And I was like, "Okay, fine." And then that got him going like, "Ooh, trades." And then like later on, he came back at me with a trade, and he actually yelled out a trade that I thought I would have done it. And I was like, "No chance." I'm like, "What are you, crazy? No one would ever do that trade." And then like he kept like working his way down until finally I was like, "Done." And I made the trade. And then once I got that, I was like, now I got her. So then I went in and traded you. What did I give you? I gave you a railroad for it. Yeah, I gave Mia a railroad for I think New York Ave, and then I had all three. And now, if you guys can see, I'll show you real quick. Hold on one second, Mia. Whoopsies. I don't know if you guys can see that board. Where's my you guys see my houses over there? Yeah, all my houses are over there. And
8 houses for Daddy.
That's right. So, see you, Henry. All right, we got a lot of super chats.
Hi, Henry.
Hold on one second. Oh, jeez, Louise. We're struggling right now. We're struggling, everybody. Hold on. All right, Mia.
Can I just grab that dice?
Yeah, you're kind of all over the place now. All right, sit back. Okay, let's answer these questions, okay? You can help me.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I missed a bunch of super chats. So, Mark, thank you. I already said thank you. Joe Schmo. Hello, Mr. Matt. Just wanted to let you know your hitting advice is really starting to pay off for me. Thank you so much for all your help, sir. That's great, Joe. I'm glad that you like it.
Dice.
Rich Atwood, thank you so much for the super
Monopoly.
chat. There's no question, but
Can I just
thank
go
you.
over here for a
Yep, you
sec?
can. Just no stealing the money and moving the pieces around. So one thing I noticed when
My character. Me.
when Maddie woke up, we woke up, so we played for like 3 hours, and then the kids got tired. Really, Mom and Dad got tired, and so we stopped playing. We said we'll play tomorrow morning. And when I woke up, Maddie all of a sudden had like $1,200 worth of $100 bills. There's no chance he had that much. So
200,
I think he snuck in the middle of the night to the bank and stole
400,
money.
500,
Oh, thank you, Chet. Appreciate
600,
Chet. Thank you for the super chat.
700, 800, 900.
Who has 900? Is that yours or Maddie's?
Maddie's.
So Maddie has 900 now.
My money is.
What's my favorite
way
beer?
over there.
So I actually am not a beer drinker. If I'm gonna drink a beer, I drink like a Corona or like a Blue Moon. But I'm more.
I think Corona. What?
I'm more of a wine drinker.
Yeah, wine. You like calamari.
I do like calamari. I had calamari last night.
Why does it say Antonelli?
Do I sell Antonelli baseball merch? So you can buy merch on our website right now. It's made by a separate.
A-N-T-O-N-E-L-L-I. Antonelli.
It's made by a separate company.
$900.
We're gonna start having merch in our facility. So
Now, what else?
excuse me.
I burped.
Yeah, we heard you. I think the next door neighbors heard you. What do you think about the Padres? I like the Padres. I played for them for a little bit, so all new people there now, but I enjoy playing for the Padres, and I think they've got obviously a lot of talent.
Matt.
Oh, easy. Best workouts in the snow. You could watch Rocky 4. A lot of good workouts in the snow, but I don't really do any workouts in the snow. I stay inside during the snow. Do you like the snow, Mia?
Yeah, money. That's a 2 but now. It's
Oh,
actually a 5, see? 5.
yes.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong way.
So video game Matt will start playing more once I get home. We've been gone for like 2 weeks now. Football, oh yeah. Careful, Mia, because I have the phone up on like a lot of. Here, why don't you sit right here?
Okay, I'll sit.
Because you're gonna knock the phone over. Yeah, everybody hit the like button.
Are some people hitting the like?
Yeah, we've eaten a lot of calamari over the last
Couple
days. We had last night we went to Ruth's Chris and got calamari.
Yep.
And
I didn't eat it because
back up a little bit.
I ate the pepper ones.
They can hear you. They can hear you. Yeah. So
And I don't like peppers.
the night before,
Period.
a few nights before that, we went to a place called The Porch, and we got calamari there. But they also do they fry peppers also. And Mia accidentally ate a pepper, and
I didn't.
she accidentally ate a pepper instead of calamari, and it was a little too hot for you.
Yeah. I have to drink half my water.
Yeah.
I drank half of it
Yeah.
with that pepper.
Yeah, it was a hot pepper. But last night
Still
was
spicy.
was sweet peppers, not hot peppers.
I ate one of those.
Yeah.
Blech.
You didn't like it?
They were spicy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't have any new training videos with my son lately, but once we get back, so December is when like we start to like rock and roll inside our facility. So once I get back, we'll be doing a ton of videos.
Antonelli.
Yeah, that's my license. We need that to travel on the plane a little bit, so let's keep that in there.
Foodie.
So-
We got some dinner.
Mia,
Peas.
we did have peas.
Peas.
Oops.
The calamari.
How many players from your baseball organization have you gotten moved on to college? So over
Calamari.
100 by now. You know, every year I would say, yeah, exactly. Everyone's got my license, all my info.
That here.
Mia.
What?
USA,
USA.
Chicago.
Chicago. That's what Papa's is with. Chicago.
Yep.
When you're playing against the city, Papa yell out, Chicago!
Yep.
Daddy, how do you even know what Chicago?
Yeah, my
How do you
picture of
even
my
know-
license is from, how old is this picture? Let's see. Oh, that's not that old.
How
There you go. You don't have to show my, that looks like me. Well, my hairline went straight across then. Now it doesn't, so.
And of course, I'm here always.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about me and my peas.
Oh, you like, yeah, Mia likes peas?
I like peas pasta, not regular peas.
Yeah, you do. How does Houston keep doing it? I think they do a great job of developing players in the minor leagues. They've done a great job drafting. They're just smart. They're really, really smart. Hey, come on. Usually Mia's sleeping by now, so I'm going to put her to bed.
I'm usually sleeping by 8:30.
Yeah, what time is it?
Wait, 10:30. After 10:30.
It's 8:48. Yeah, Mia's usually in bed around 8:30, so she's going to go to bed here in a second.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
This one, an hour? We've been here for.
Yeah. Who is more important for the
30
long Patriots tale,
hours
Belichick or Brady? So
9 hours?
I think obviously life without Brady has been tough. But I'm not a Brady over Belichick or a Belichick over Brady. I think they were both great for each other. I think Belichick is the best coach of all time. I think Brady's the best quarterback of all time.
Disney R2D2.
Yeah, Mia's got her. We went to Disney for a couple days, so
Which car is this?
here's Mia's card. Yep. The other side, Minnie.
And of course,
Yeah, here's Mia's mini card.
that's That's Mummy's. Laura.
That's Laura's card, yep.
She got
PlayStation, I have PlayStation 5, that's what I play on. Cecil Fielder was a great hitter.
Then Daddy. So
Who was I?
Matt.
Yep.
Got
Who was I?
Olaf.
Olaf, I was Olaf, yep.
Matt got the best card.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we were just at Disney a couple nights ago.
Yep, he's back in here.
Up, is Mummy home? Nope. Coke, definitely
There's a
Coke.
wild dog outside.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I was an Xbox guy until I got PlayStation 4 randomly. I don't remember why I got PlayStation. Oh, I didn't get PlayStation 4. My son got PlayStation 4. And then I started playing it more with him, and then I got PlayStation 5. Oh, thank you, Vegas guy. I appreciate that. Thanks for watching. Best college commit out of Antonelli baseball. I mean, we've had a lot of players play at a lot of good college. We just had a player commit to Vanderbilt. We've had Vanderbilt players in the past. We have a player playing at Wake Forest. Mia, what are you doing?
What? I'm a doggy.
Let me see these. Memphis is a very nice AAA stadium.
Give me that.
Mia loves pets. She likes dogs. She likes horses. She likes... What's your favorite animal? What do you think?
Horsey.
Horses, yep. Mia loves horses. If you're already a lefty, like my son's already a lefty, I'm just going to keep him hitting lefties, so.
I'm a righty.
Mia's a righty, yep.
Says righty.
I wore Nike cleats for the first 5 years of my career, then I went to Under Armour. My favorite animal, I think, is either a lion or a cheetah, because I like how fast they are.
So if you needed to get to work, you could just jump on one?
I don't think I'd be going to work if I was a cheetah. Oh, you're saying I could jump on one.
Receipt?
What do you want for Christmas, Mia?
Roller skates.
Roller skates,
You
yep.
don't have to listen to man complaining. It's my turn.
Yep. She wants roller skates because her brother has roller blades, and when Mia tries to wear them, he complains, she said.
He goes, wait, I want a turn.
Yep.
Before I always get on, he always hears me say, Emma, I want rollerblades. And he just comes over, takes them.
Yeah. I think Mia's going to have a YouTube channel one day.
No, I'm not.
No?
Found a Matt Antonelli card in here. Disney Church. Matt Antonelli at the church.
What are you talking about? All right, everyone. We're gonna go for maybe another. Yeah, she's going.
Can we answer some more?
She's going. Yeah, they asked roller blades or roller skates. You want roller skates, right?
Yeah.
You want the 4 wheels that are like not in a line. Yeah, she is quite funny.
Daddy, you can't just jump in.
No, what are you doing with Daddy's wallet?
Grabbing out secret images.
Secret images.
Dad, he got money.
Look.
Uh,
20s.
no. Don't do that.
I won't touch your money.
If I'm in the MLB,
I
can I
won't touch
pull
your
girls
money.
easier? Yeah, you should be able to.
Matt Antonelli's $20.
Why are you calling me Matt Antonelli?
Yeah, his money. I snuck it with his wallet.
Yeah.
I told him that I won't.
My money might as well be yours.
I found a big giant dollar at our house. Remember
Maddie,
Chris's-
what's your favorite Major League Baseball team?
Remember Chris's dollar?
Baseball team?
Yeah.
I have 2.
Who?
Padres and Red Sox.
Padres and Red Sox for Maddie. Who's your favorite Major League Baseball team?
That's what I'm gonna ask Santa for money.
You're gonna ask Santa for money?
Yeah. Another $20.
I don't think Santa gives money.
Yeah, he doesn't give money. He just gives things that cost money.
Yeah, exactly.
Another. How many $20 do you have?
Daddy has a lot.
I had to bring a lot of $20 because you guys wanted to buy everything at Disney. Yeah, what do you think about getting coal for Christmas, Mia?
Another $20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have $720.
Hey, what's up, Walker?
Oh, Mia, Daddy has $140 in the. No, wait, hold on. Daddy, how much?
I only have $1.
Does $720 equal 140?
Yeah, for pitchers, if you want to, so we do have pitching stuff on our channel. We do a lot of infield and hitting because those are like my two big things. But we do have a lot of pitching stuff as well. We have a pitching playlist. We're gonna add a lot more pitching stuff as well to the channel once we get into the winter.
Money does that? Okay, so 20, 40,
Thanks, Chet. Who's the best player in the MLB in your opinion?
80.
The best player in the MLB. Hold on one second.
There's money.
All right, I got to put an end to this real quick, everybody. Hold on. All right, guys. Let me see.
196.
They've taken literally everything out of my wallet.
You have $199.
Terrific. $199. I was gonna buy you something tomorrow
Hold
with
on,
it,
wait.
but
Is there a 100 sneak?
Can you film me?
No.
all right.
I'm
No. We're
filming me.
not just gonna film you. We're not just gonna film you. All right, guys. It's bedtime.
No.
So,
Wait, not that. I just want to show
who's the best player in Major League Baseball? I mean, Mike Trout's been banged up, unfortunately. Shohei's a freak show, so probably Shohei. I'll go with Shohei since he can dominate like no player can in the big leagues, doing, obviously both pitching and hitting. Mia, for some reason, needs to show you her bottle of hand sanitizer, which she got at.
And of course, has a case. Why is it show a case?
No.
There's case. And of course, Maddie going back in his room.
Yeah, Mia's really come out of her shell in the last, how much?
5 days.
No, the last 5 days, in the last 6 months to a year. Usually Maddie would be the one that would be like trying to stick his face in here all the time, but now it's her doing it.
I'm answering some of your emails, guys.
See ya, chat. Thanks so much again for a super chat. We did Disney Fast Pass, so we waited in some lines, but we used Fast Pass.
For most of them, for a couple of them. But for Thunder Mountain, that wasn't kind of one. It wasn't one. See, I'm on the computer. I'm answering your emails. Okay.
Mia's answering my emails. Have I eaten at the Antonelli cheese shop before? No, but I have to. I told you guys this in another live. Every time that commercial comes on, they go, "Where are the Antonellis?" And then I always have to yell at the TV, "No, where are the Antonellis?" And I've literally done that every time the commercial has ever come on, which it feels like it comes on 15 times a day.
So guys, can you please give us some emails for me to answer?
We have enough emails for you to answer.
There's no emails in that corner. See, Daddy, look on the screen.
I think that you should, so the question was,
You're
people
so
say that you should be a left-handed pitcher or catcher if you want to go far. Well, you got to do what you are most passionate about. If you're not passionate about catching, don't try to be a catcher. If you love infield, just be an infielder. So that's my
Daddy.
advice. Do what you
Daddy, I
will
wanna
enjoy
look
the
at
most.
Pictures. I
You're,
look at pictures.
you're going to be looking at the back of your eyelids because you're going to bed in a minute.
Daddy,
Yes,
can I look at pictures?
you're going to bed.
Please, put your password. What is it?
I'm not telling you my password.
Okay, I'm ending this video right now.
All right, good night.
No.
Go jump in bed.
Daddy, can I just see some couple pictures?
No.
Oh, it's too bad I'm already in this. Daddy, can you just give me a hint with what the
Yeah, definitely good to know more positions, but
Can you give me a hint?
catching is the one position where you can't like just be like, oh, I want to be more versatile, so I'm going to go catch. If you're a catcher, the number one thing to being a great catcher is you need to have like an absolute passion to be a catcher, because you're going to get the crap kicked out of you. It's not an easy position, so. 9 o'clock.
Antonelli. No.
They usually go to bed right around 9 o'clock. Usually try to get them in bed around 8:30ish. Get them to fall asleep by 9. No school tomorrow for them though, so. Oh man, there's a lot of drills that we have. I would go onto our hitting playlist. I have a bunch of drills on there, and I would just pick one. I don't have a favorite drill, and it really depends a little bit on, what his mechanics are currently. We have a lot of coil drills where we have our toes facing the pitcher, or those are called full coils, or we do half coils. If you go online, you should be able to find them. I have them in our hitting course, but you can find some of the drills without buying the hitting course. But I think those are good drills to learn, like how to get your rear leg loaded and how to use your body in better sequence.
Daddy, can I look at pictures? I was trying to look at them on my phone, but she didn't allow me.
Yeah, seriously, every NFL game there's an Antonelli Cheese Shop commercial. You're right.
Where's the smallest?
I could try to do Mike Zunino's swing. Yeah,
Daddy, I'm just randomly.
I have not, El Rubio. All right, everybody. So Mia's trying to hack into my computer now, and I think it's time for little boys and girls to go to bed. So I think you and Maddie are both. No, don't do that. Gonna go to sleep. My best 60 time was a 6.58. Usually I ran a 6.6, like on the dot every time. The best time I ran was a pre-draft workout for Tampa.
Daddy,
I ran a
click
6.58.
Can I click one of these, Daddy?
I'll try to do an O'Neill
Daddy, can I
Cruz
click
one
one
too.
of these?
That's gonna get you out of the computer.
Okay.
All right, everyone. So thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you for the questions. Tonight was kind of a crazy night, but again, like we're away, but going home soon. And my wife went out her dad was visiting, so she went to drop him off. And so I thought it was a good idea to get on and answer some questions. Didn't know Mia was going to try to take over the live stream, which she did, but I think she had fun. So, do you have any last words, Mia, before I log off?
No.
You want to say goodbye to everyone?
What's Mommy's password? I'm in Laura. Dad.
You're going to say bye to everybody?
Yeah.
No, you're logging. You're shutting off the computer. Oh, you shut off the computer. I didn't want you to do that. Okay. All right, say goodbye to everyone.
Bye, everybody. No, let me just film myself.
No, you're not filming yourself. Okay, goodbye, everyone. Have a great night.